as you all know, the all-time team for the decade was released, and man, we had interesting lineups and just a crazy list of individuals that were brought out, and some of the people that we had. So we had all-decade team. The third team was LaMarcus Aldridge, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Paul George. All-time second team was CP3, Anthony Davis, Westbrook, Blake Griffin, and Carmelo Anthony. The first team was Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard. Now, out of all these teams that they created, I would say they got the first team partially right, and then all the rest of the teams they did an awful job. The way that I would have it revised is my third team, and I'm just basing it off the people that they gave us, because some of these people I wouldn't have them on the list to begin with. But my third team would be LaMarcus Aldridge, Carmelo Anthony, Paul George, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Blake Griffin. My second team would be CP3, Anthony Davis, Dwayne Wade or Kobe Bryant, whichever you want to do, Westbrook, and Harden. Then my first team would be Steph Curry, KD, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade or Kobe. So if you put Wade on the second team, you have Kobe on the first team. Or if you put Kobe on the second team, you have Wade on the first team. And then Kawhi would be on my first team. Now, the reason why I have my list the way that it is, and I'm just basing it off of what they gave me, I'm basing it off of people that won championships and dominated the game of basketball. That's what I look at an all-decade team. You dominated the game of basketball, you won the championship. Some people are saying, well, they start from 2011 to 2010, 2011 season to now. But to me, that's not a decade. That's only 9 years. So for me, you really got to go 2009, 2010 to 2019, because we haven't hit 2020 yet. That being said, last time I checked, Dwayne Wade won 2 rings in the last last decade. Kobe Bryant won a ring, if you want to count 2009 and 2010, but 2010, the Lakers won a championship. So Kobe Bryant won a championship. So what are we doing putting Harden on the first team, and he's never won anything besides an MVP? That makes absolutely no sense. And then the disrespect goes on in terms of the list that was released. They have Melo ahead of Kobe and Wade. Melo never made it to a Western. He never made it to NBA Finals, period. And that's no disrespect to Melo, but it's just crazy how they just disrespect so many players. Paul George is ahead of Kobe in the last decade and stuff like that. And I know they're trying to base it off of recent accolades, but it's not just accolades. If you do the eye test, Paul George was still a pup getting spanked by Wade and LeBron. So I don't understand why Wade, wasn't ahead of Paul George or whatever the case is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, like way ahead of him. LaMarcus Aldridge made the list. And so my response to that is, what about Dirk? What about Tim Duncan? Dirk won the championship in 2010, 2011 season, beat the Miami Heat. Dirk should be up here. Tim Duncan should be up here. Tim Duncan won a title in 2014. So my first list when I have Steph, KD, LeBron, Wade or Kobe, and Kawhi, all of those guys won a chip. So the first team should consist of guys that won a chip and were either bus drivers or they largely contributed to it. Every one guy I'm naming on my first team, Steph, KD, LeBron, Wade, Kobe Wade, whichever you want to pick, and Kawhi were bus drivers or key contributors to a championship. The second list that I have, compared to the second list that they have is CP3, AD, Westbrook, Blake Griffin, and Melo. Come on. CP3 is dominant. I'm not going to front on that. The eye test tell you he's dominant. But then when you look at Blake Griffin and Melo, like, come on, man. Blake Griffin, what? Because he re-revolutionized the dunk or made it popular again? You know what I'm saying? Like, Melo, because Melo could give you buckets, but he really didn't really win anything. Never was like a true MVP candidate in the last 10 years. And the last time that Melo was really mellow, I'm gonna give you one season with the Knicks, and when he went, they faced I believe they went to Western Conference finals with Chauncey Billups. But other than that, no. No, I'm not going to put Melo on my second team. My second team, of course, CP3, AD, because if you look at the eye test, AD has brought the Pelicans to the playoffs so many years with basically no help. No help. He's been dominant. Wade or Kobe. I'll put Wade on my second team, but if you want, because the recent championships is more recent than Kobe's, you could put him on the first team. Westbrook, because he won 2 MVPs, and Harden, because he won MVP. So, that's what I'm saying. This list consists of guys that are dominant, have some sort of accolade, but you could tell, these guys were beasts. So, the second list for me is, a beast squad. And then the third squad is just guys that really could play, that are really good. They didn't really make it there yet, or really haven't proven their chops 100% yet. Giannis won an MVP, but then when he got to the playoffs, he got bottled up. So to me, that kind of negates. It doesn't negate your MVP, but it hurts. It kind of tarnishes your MVP due to the fact that they bottled you up 100%. They really bottled Giannis up. It was bad. When he got to the point where he couldn't handle it anymore, that was bad. That was really bad. They thought it was over. They went up 2-0, and then it was a wrap. But still, Giannis has so much to improve on his game. Same thing with Paul George. Paul George has a lot to improve on his game. LaMarcus Aldridge, he hasn't really proven anything or whatever the case is. Blake Griffin hasn't really proven anything. So, this list, of course, we all know these lists are kind of cockamamie. They're crazy. People come up with their own stuff or whatever the case is. But that's just based on what was given to me, how I revised the list. I feel like the first team list was half right. The rest of the shit was, awful. Throw that, that's what you do with a list like that. You crumple it up. You crumple it up because you're missing, like I said, you're missing Tim Duncan. You're missing Dirk Nowitzki. You're missing Chauncey Billups to a certain degree. They beat the Lakers. And no. Chauncey Billups not going to be up there. I'll take that back. But you're missing Dirk. You're missing Tim Duncan. You're missing Klay Thompson. Honestly speaking, you could even put Damian Lillard ahead of LaMarcus Aldridge. So you're missing Dame. I mean, the way that you're missing Kyrie. That's another guy you're missing. So if you're these guys have 8 All-Star appearances, I don't care about all that. Give me the eye test and give me what they've won. Where have they gone? What have they won and where have they gone? If they've just got an All-Star appearance, I don't want to hear all that. That's lame to me. That's lame. If they what they have done, and where have they gone? So what have you done on the court? Have you been tearing up all your opponents? Have you been striking fear in these guys? That first list that I revised, they strike fear, they've won championships, and they don't mess around. From Curry to KD to LeBron to I would have Kobe on my list or Wade, and then Kawhi Leonard. Those guys defensively, offensively, assists, rebounds, all 5 of those guys on my list, they can really do stuff, except for Curry on defense. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? He rebounds. He's one of the best rebounding guards ever. He's probably second or third to Magic Johnson. Crazy with the rebounds, crazy with the shooting, crazy with assists. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they miss Kyrie over there. Kyrie has numbers that are comparable to Curry. So Kyrie maybe should be on that second list over, say, a Westbrook or something like that. Or I want to say maybe over Westbrook, maybe over Anthony Davis. So that's where my list and my thoughts come about this crazy list. I understand, hey, this is just for show, it's just for fun, or whatever the case is. But they got to stop disrespecting the greats. You can't disrespect Kobe and Wade, put them on the third team. That's asinine. Think about this. Dwayne Wade had to get his knee drained and all this other stuff. And they still won 2 championships in Miami and went to 4 straight finals. And you got him on the third team? And James Harden sit here, can't get out of the Western Conference Finals. At one point, lost to the Spurs without Kawhi Leonard playing. in the semis. No, no, we can't do stuff like that. We can't disrespect greats and put guys that fold under pressure ahead of them. I don't respect that. So that's my revised list. That's my thoughts on that. Let me know your list, your all decade team. Tell me who's missing. Tell me, where do you consider the decade to start? Are you starting from 2010, 2011 to now, or 2009, 2010 to now? So like that will alter a list and how people figure. I'm only giving Kobe one championship, but the dominance that he had from 2010 and before the injury, and just the mama mentality. That's another thing. Your impact on the game, what people take away from the game. Like with Curry, he changed the game shooting threes. Kobe, he changed the game mama mentality. LeBron changed the game, big guys dribbling up and down the court. KD changed the game, big guys scoring, get it all in your package. Like Kawhi Leonard revamped the game and doing on both ends of the court. Like these are the Dwayne Wade transitioned the game also. Dwayne Wade was one of the best guards at blocking people and slashing to the court. Dwayne Wade, if you look at this, think about this. Wade has 3 titles. He never had a jump shot. Ever. He had like a mid-range, but he never had a consistent jump shot. You knew he was going to the basket and you couldn't stop him. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that you really got to think about, and really let me know how you feel about the list, and revise and put a list of who you think should be all decade first team, second team, third team in the comments below. Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Like, comment, subscribe.